So hi everyone, myself Nishant. So let's just discuss the architecture diagram for the project GitHub pull request review agent. So basically what this project does. So this project actually uh, uh, review the pull request and see and go through the code changes and suggest the comments like whether there is a severity, uh, uh, where there is a security issue or there is a validation issue or the performance issue or the readability issue in our code base. I'm using the 4 agents and the tech stack is fast API, LangChain, Python. So and for our LLM I'm using the Gemini. Let's just discuss the architecture diagram. So what I've done is that I've created 2 endpoints for the with the post method, review slash PR and review set difference. So for either you can manually run the difference method by providing the difference text with all the text like what the changes you have done. Basically I'm talking about this. uh, yeah, you can provide the diff in this format inside the body, or you can provide the PR details like who's the repo owner, what is the repo, what is the PR number, like that. After this it go to the pydantic validation, which is internally used by fast API to check for the whether the body is empty or not in the request payload, if the body is empty or not, or the payload is bad or not. It go to multiple checks. String inside the body is not empty. Okay, so after the validated request it go to our service layer. So there is a GitHub integration service which, so if you made a post request to this endpoint which is PR, you provide the PR details, then you need to get the difference, or you need to get the difference body so that you can run through agents. So what is that I use the GitHub API. I provided a GitHub API key, so it use the get method and fetch the repo owner, repo pull request number. Yeah, so after this getting, so yeah, so it provides the difference by so basically it requests the difference, and by providing the repo owner, repo PR number, and making a get request, and in response it gets the difference for this current PR. So after this getting the difference, we use the diff parser service to structure the diff which we get from the as a response of the GitHub integration service, that it can be easy for the agents to run through it and give the comments or suggestion. So after that I have there is a multi-agent review orchestra code I have written. So what it does, that it uses async io dot getter method to handle the concurrency, because I'm not using agents one by one, rather than making agents run concurrently or parallelly. So there are 4 agents. One is logic agent, which is for bug detection. There is readability agent to check whether code is clean or not, whether the classes are used or not, whether industry standard practices are used or not. There is performance agent, which will check for inefficiencies, or there is edge cases, or there is some, or how can the code could be optimized, what is the time complexity for this code. And there is a security agent which check for hardcode secrets, like whether there is a password encoded or not, whether there is a security threat in this code or not, API leaks or not. So basically what this 4 agent does, that it use the AI invoke method which is provided by the LangChain, and internally they request to the LangChain, and Gemini model is used by the LangChain, which return the JSON output. After all this concurrently return the JSON output, it goes to the aggregator service, which take the JSON output, sort by severity, and generate a final summary. And after this final summary in the form of JSON is returned to the user. So that's about the architecture diagram. Let's just start with the demonstration. So what I will do, I will make a difference request with the post method, and I'm providing a difference body like this. You can see diff get a user.js file. What are the changes you can see in the git. You can see if you have go to the in the PR and go to the difference in the code, you see this type of body. So I have provided the code changes, and I will make a send request. I should expect the command suggestion and everything with after my agent is run. Let me show you the backend. So you can see my backend is running. I have the agents folder which contains all the logic for the agents, and API which contains all the routes, and there is a core part which contains the configuration and settings I have done for the AI agents and my logger logger and configuration. And there is a model part which check for uh, so there's a model parts, and there is services part which is used in the service layer. And there is a model parts that the request or response should be structured like this, contain all the that the body you provide to contain particular type of response, particular type of request, and particular type of response should be given. There is a format for that for all the requests we are making in our project. So yeah, I've discussed when we are providing the manual difference for this endpoint. Let us just also discuss our project is running for there's some public PR. So I've used the version and use the so our repo is Next.js inside the Versa project, and there is a PR number I provided. So I'm expecting that I should get suggestion or our agent should run. So yeah, sorry, endpoint is not correct. Let me just start correct endpoint and run send. You can see our backend is running, and let me just yeah. So it return 200 status code with a 200 status code, and I will get the response. You can see find three potential issues which provide the file, line, and severity with the category, and also the comment, and also the suggestion. Basically, you can see the category. This is a reader agent which is running. This is a performance agent which return the response, and yeah, you can see, yeah, that's how this project run. That's all from my side. Thank you.